Welcome to Oh Brother, a podcast where we try to figure it all out with your hosts, Brandon and Collin. On this week's show, Accidental Left Turn. Ahoy!
Ahoy!
Happy July 5th. Spoiler
Yes.
alert, we're speaking a little, like, we normally don't break the wall like that, but,
It's fine.
I like to make sure that we celebrate the first land purchase made by the United States. I don't know why it's not on more people's calendar, but man, those acres, in New Jersey? Poof.
Oh man, yeah.
Such big. I love how the day after everything was signed, they were like, okay, cool. Now we need to print some copies of this thing to distribute and buy some land to build a fort. Go! Let's do this.
Obviously. That's what you do, clearly. At least they bought it. Yeah.
Yeah. Whoa! Anyway, so here we be. What's new? What's new with you?
Not a lot, right? Realized, like yesterday, went to the fireworks at the park. Pretty good. Actually, went to the park in the middle of the day. A bit hot, but there was a lot of food trucks and stuff in there, and so we decided, you know what, we're gonna go for it.
Do it. Perfect.
So the cheeseburger that I found was definitely worth it.
Oh, haha. Yes.
And ice cream, right? Boom. The ice cream truck was there, so I was melted quite quickly, but it's fine.
Yes, it was quite a hot
It was
day.
a little toasty. And then we went back for the nighttime. The show at the park, like we did. I don't know if it was they did start a bit early, right? And I guess they got all the way done because there was an announcement on the park PA system. It was like, hey, there's some thunderstorms moving in here, so you have to go.
Oh, no.
So there was, I think we got most of it done, I assume. I don't know. So we did have lots of fireworks and lightning at the same time, right? And it was it started to rain a little bit when we were there, but it was just a few drops, when you're you feel something on your arm, and you're like, huh. You hold it there, and you move it around, and you're like, was that really a rain? A second. Yes, it was.
It does appear to be the thing. Yes.
It does appear to be the thing that I thought it was.
Yes.
So we did. Had to flee a little bit, but it was all good. So that's what we did yesterday. But we did realize on the drive home, both of us were like, wait a minute, right? Officially, right? This would be Susan and mine's 20th 4th of July together.
That is crazy.
I know. When I said it out loud, I was like, holy.
Wait a minute here.
Because we both sort of technically count that as when we first started being dating.
Sure.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's because we spent we were at a 4th of July thing when we we're hanging out and stuff, blah, blah, blah. So we kind of officially count that as our beginning of dating and stuff. So that our first one was in 2006.
Wow, I think that's
a
good. Yeah, it was a minute ago, but also I think you have a nice place to tie it to. It's a pretty known date, for sure. This is a time. It's not like a random Tuesday or something. It's
that's not the first time we went out on a day or I don't know, but we both just sort of officially count that as the start of it. So just go for there. That may details may be fuzzy, but that one we officially count that as the
we know.
Yeah. We both remember that time, so that's good enough, right?
Count that one for sure. Nice.
So yeah.
Oh man.
We both realized that while we were driving home. We're like, whoa, no way.
Wait a minute. Oh. So you should do like a 20-year retrospective on the 4th of July celebrations review is what you need to do.
I mean, that would be difficult. Like, the first one was the best, obviously, right?
Yes.
Obviously,
Okay.
right?
Fair. Like how this is going, and so
Yeah,
year
I don't know if I
2,
have a.
where
I don't
did
know if I
that
have a
rank?
retrospective on the full
You haven't
thing.
ranked your top 20 4th of
Yeah,
Julys.
no. She could probably do that because she has this is like the classic trope where she's like, "Don't you remember you said that?" And I'm like, "When did I say that?" She's like, "Well, you said that. You told me that like 8 years ago." Where I was like, "What? I'm sorry. What?
Yes.
I remember yesterday. What are you talking about?"
That does not quite compute there.
No. So I don't know, but good stuff. So there you go. That was
Yes.
the big revelation for the week.
I mean, that's
right.
a really big revelation.
I mean, yeah, yes, that's true.
I don't know how to tell you this, but that's a big revelation.
Mm-hmm.
But a good one. Nice.
Oh yeah, for sure. So I don't really think we've done anything else like super exciting this week. Just did some exploring the actual in the park 4th of July fest. I don't think we've ever actually made it in there before.
Really?
So yeah, we don't usually go. Well, like also for the past, they've only been like the nearest we can figure. There's only been like a lot of stuff inside the park during the day, like the last few years. Right? They have like a swing ride for some kids, and there's like little booths of random stuff, but like there hasn't been like food trucks and stuff. That's a relatively recent like thing, right? There's like a stage. Apparently there's a community band. I didn't know this. They were playing like John Philip Sousa songs.
Actually, community band. Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. I was trying to like it was a little bit difficult while I was waiting for my cheeseburger. I was standing by the food truck line, and so it was sort of hard to hear the band from there over the din of like generator noises, right? So
Ooh,
it's
that's
a little
never fun.
now, but there was like it was far away from where the stage was, So like if you were over there, it wouldn't have been so bad. Like they were separated. They weren't like the food trucks were not next to the stage. That would have been
okay.
real awkward. It was like I don't know, at least 50 yards away. So it would have been kind of hard to hear some of it anyway. But like then there was generator noises near me. So thing. So
the close proximity.
It was good.
Generator noises.
It was hot, but we did find a bench under a tree. So haha. I don't know if you got the picture I sent yesterday, but like I did take a picture by the pond. With my cheeseburger. So there you go. It was nice. Hung out and then came back home, hung out a little bit, and then went back for the fireworky things. That's pretty much it, I think. Right? You shocked me with all of your like, hey, here's all these random people that I'm talking to right now that like what? I don't.
I was so shocked myself. We went to the Marshfield 4th of July parade, and I've yet to figure out the history of why this is such a large parade that goes on for I'm guessing about 3 hours. I don't know that for sure, but I have stayed for both an hour and a half, and maybe an hour and 45 minutes. And there is no end in sight to this. As a matter of fact, we left after an hour and 15, got back to the car, and we're driving, and we realized that we had found one of the the way they funnel onto the main drag for this, they line up floats and cars and stuff on side roads that they allow in, right? So it's not just this big long traffic jam. we found one of those roads that
One of the feeder routes.
one of the feeder routes that still had an uncountable number of cars that just disappeared into the distance, and at an hour and 50. Now, granted, this is the 250th birthday of the United States.
Yeah, but the Marshfield Parade is just like that, apparently. And
it is.
I think, but based on my one experience of going last year, right, it is just cars. It's just a car show that drives by you. And it's really kind of not very exciting.
Well, literally, we were there, and this guy, it's like some random car, and then there was this like side by side that was there, and the guy was there, and his wife was next to him, and they had their kids in the back, and we were like, just saying like, "Hey, happy 4th." And he turned and he was like, we're just here to be a part of it. Like, people were literally we're saying, "Hey, let's just go be in the parade this year."
Yeah, like that's what it feels like. It's like, hey, have you ever wanted to be in a parade? Come to Marshfield and just drive.
Yes. And that's what this is. The people are in here, they're in there for no reason at all. They just want to be in a parade. And there was a float. It was the 40th anniversary of this family's cousin's family reunion. Some 40 years 40 years okay, 40 years ago, they had a family reunion and decided, gosh golly, how funny would it be if we were in the Marshfield 4th of July parade? And they did it. And then 40 years later, they're still doing it. All the cousins.
Oh, they've been doing it ever since. Okay, they didn't like, oh, let's do it again. 40 years.
40 year remembrance, right? Celebrating
of the last time we were in the parade.
Yes, our 40. No, it wasn't.
I wouldn't commemorating if that was there.
The 40th anniversary. Yeah, it was the 40th anniversary of their first appearance in the parade. So,
they were just driving their mom's Nissan Altima because they just let any car into the Marshfield parade. They don't care. Does it have to be a cool car? No. Are there any rules? No. Just like a 2014 Toyota Camry. They're like, wow. And here is another car.
Yes. How much of the length can be contributed to poor traffic laws and regulation and guarding of streets by the police force?
That is true. Did all of those people register for the parade, or did they just
did they accidentally turn left? And they're like, well,
and now like, well, we're just stuck here now. So
yes.
We can't go. We can't turn off this road. We have to get to the end.
I do. This ends at the square, so we just keep going, and then we can go to lunch. Come on, guys. Let's hang on with me. Just smile. Just wave. Right? Like, I'm pretty sure that is exactly why this thing is so long. But it's fun and whatever. And so we were there. I'm definitely sure we all got a little bit of heat exhaustion because everyone was kind of like, yeah. We ate lunch and then we all crashed for probably 3.5 hours once we got home, and then we went to the pigs 4th of July shindig,
which I could not believe was still happening. So let's be clear here. This is a shocking revelation to me.
There was
when you told me where you were, I was like,
what?
Excuse me?
Uh-huh. Yeah. So this is I think I did learn that there was a lull for a little while of where they didn't do this, but then they started it up again because people would move away, but they wouldn't move like states and states away. They'd move to like, I don't know, like Clever or like Marshfield, and they would still want to get together. So this is as much of a 4th of July celebration as it is an old neighbor reunion of sorts.
Weird.
And Dad was like, like they're having this, and he told us this like weeks ago, like, hey, we'd like to go to this. And we're like, okay, yeah, absolutely. I'd love to go. I have very fond memories of going here and having 4th of July, celebrating. So we'll take the kids and it'll be fun. And they had never stayed up late enough to witness like a full on like fireworks show where you're shooting off the big ones for long periods of time.
Oh, okay.
Right. So, because every year it just gets so late, and we're like, we'll
Yeah.
shoot off some of the stuff like we did last year at Dad's house.
Yeah,
Or
yeah.
we'll shoot off a few things, but not like a kind of
Yeah.
show thing. So we're like, okay, this will be fun. We can go there too. And I showed up with zero expectations. I didn't know who was going to be there or what was going on. But I will tell you this: the average age of the people there,
yeah.
prior to my arrival with my family, the average age was definitely 70.
Yeah, this okay. I'm not surprised by that at all.
100%. And it became quickly apparent that like most of them had no idea like who we were, and I'm sure we're a little confused by why we were there. And so I did find myself having to like, to the people that I did know, I'd be like, and I'm Collin. Jack's
you
son.
stand by just stand by Dad, like, hey, I'm with this guy.
I'm with this guy.
Okay.
Don't run me off. But there were, my goodness,
I'm with him.
I'm with him. This is the one time I'm going to say I'm with him. And yep, Byron Pig, mid 80s, is still out there. He's got a new car project that he's redoing and torn apart. And the Stoddards were there, and who lived down the road when we were growing up. And
that sounds vaguely familiar. I don't remember. I don't have faces for that name,
exactly.
But, you know,
I knew the name, and I was like, I don't know. And everyone would come up, and I was sitting at a table with my family, and Dad was up and walking around talking, and people would come up, and they basically,
even though he doesn't like to do that, right?
Well,
he totally doesn't like gatherings like this.
Doesn't like gatherings.
Allegedly.
Boy howdy, I realized I'm like, this is whatever. Doesn't like this at all. They'd come up, and it was the which one are you? Right? They're like, I know you're one of them, but which one? Which one are you?
Yeah.
So I just said I'm your favorite, and
the middle one.
They said they loved that. It was great. No, but yeah, I'm standing in line, just ready to get some food, and this guy comes up to me, and he just looks me in the face, and he goes, "Do you remember me?" And in my brain, the face was a yes, the name 100% no.
Oh yeah,
like
that's
always always how it is. And I'm like, of course. And so we're talking, and then it's like very clear that I'm like, right, he was a neighbor, and like from where, and all this stuff, and we're talking,
slotting in the pieces,
click, click, and I was like, oh my gosh, it is Jackie Baird. Like, what even is this? What is going on? Wow. I later found out that his daughter lives in Joplin and has 2 kids. And I forget where his son is right now.
The one that threw a pipe at my head? Yeah,
yes.
Where's that one at?
Where's that one at?
Yeah,
yes.
What about him?
Oh my gosh. But anyway, so that was a weird, and then I'm like having to carry this conversation, and I'm like, I only know like half of the information about you, and I don't remember, and you know, and all this stuff. So we were talking, and then it was just it was weird being there and seeing all of Byron's collection, how it has grown. It is very intense now. It's really like it's otherworldly in his shop where they were doing the shindig with the food. But yeah, and then Nick came up and was like, "Are you Collin?" And I was like, yes, you, maybe, don't know. Oh my goodness, I'm so bad at this. But then,
the text thread last night, listeners, just to shorten this story, is we apparently know too many people named Nick. And can't remember which one is which. It's
so bad. It's so bad because I was like, well, I know a Nick, this other Nick, and I'm pretty sure, but also that doesn't quite fit with my knowledge of who you are, like of your connection to all of this stuff, and was really struggling.
There's too many Nicks. What a weird.
Many Nicks. That is
also
a
name that you don't hear very much anymore.
No,
just want to throw that out there as a school teacher. I've
I
had
know.
0 nicks. When I was in school, I knew like a million,
I
and
know.
now
I know. It's fallen out of favor. Oh, so no, we sat around. We did the fireworks display. It was great because where their house is, they go out. They do the fireworks display out by the road.
Mhm.
But then you probably haven't been back there in a while, but around to the
No.
east of their house, they've expanded. There's a bunch of houses back there now, and
Yeah.
so those people were shooting off fireworks. So if you positioned yourself, you could see the neighbor's fireworks show at the same time that like ours was going off. So it was like a 2-for-1 deal while we were over there.
Oh, there you go.
It was very intense.
This is okay in a neighborhood show. You know where it's not okay?
Oh,
A city park, right? I would
what?
once again, like I would like to just talk about like if you're at a city park to watch the fireworks display, you don't need
Ah,
to bring your own fireworks and light them off in the parking lot
mm,
because no one cares about your fireworks when there's giant ones going off nearby, right? Like what are you doing? Also, I want to just say as a person who was once accosted by the police for lighting off fireworks too near the road. Okay.
yeah,
Allegedly.
allegedly.
Allegedly. Um somebody shot off some mortars last night. They were like shooting them off, they were below the bridge that goes over the highway. And so where
Oh,
these were exploding was not super far above the road.
oh, oh
I
no!
was like, yo, what are you doing?
That's real bad.
That is real bad. And no police came
Mm,
for that. My
no,
bottle rockets apparently were too destructive that one time,
too
allegedly.
noisy. Allegedly,
But giant
allegedly.
mortars exploding like from where my position, it looked to be like 20 feet above the highway road. Like it
It
was probably higher
probably
than that
was.
from like
Yeah.
the angle I was sitting at. It didn't look very close, right? Like what is that? I don't know.
Mm, mm. Yeah, not good at all. No. So these, yeah, we're by the road, but it's in the back country
Well, yeah, this was by
road.
the highway.
Yeah, it's a little more different. That's for sure. But no, it was great. We sat, we watched, got home way too late, continued to hear the mortars detonating all around us for another, I don't know, midnight. They continued to go on for a long time. But then the storms pushed through our area. So that was rocking and rolling. It was
No, it did not stop anybody here from lighting off their fireworks. They were just like, nah, we're going to keep going.
Well, you only
Right.
turn 250 once, you know.
I guess so. Like, no. Lightning, blah. Rain, whatever.
Yes.
Fireworks, yo.
Just
Until it
as
started like dumping rain. And then like, okay, I guess we're gonna not do that.
okay,
Like,
fine. We'll go the other way. But it just adds to the effect when there's
yeah.
lightning going on. Mm.
Now, I do want your opinion on something, right? I think it's time we talk about this, Colin. I want your thoughts on traditional fireworks versus the drone show, which is like the new hotness. Because I saw the recording from the one from Boston.
Uh-huh.
Pretty sick, right? Like the Paul Revere thing.
It's good.
Pretty rad, right?
It's real good.
So I want your opinion on this,
no.
both as Colin and as the owner of a pet care business, right?
Yes.
Right. Dual opinions
hats
here are allowed. Yeah, dual hats. You can wear more than one hat. You can say, but on the other hand,
but also,
right?
Yeah, I mean, from a purist perspective, I am 100% on the traditional fireworks show. Sitting there last night watching them, I'm like, yeah, this is good. I enjoy every aspect of this. From a not just a pet care business owner, but also someone who, I don't know, lives in a neighborhood. I need to go drone shows all day, every day, because we were shooting. We had them. We weren't, but around us, 4 days before the 4th of July, people were shooting off mortars at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And
Yeah.
and I
I
don't.
I also discovered that this year. Like I would be sitting in here like playing video games or reading or whatever, and then just like you would just hear this like what wait a minute, it's the middle of the day.
Day.
What are
You can't. What are you trying to do and accomplish? I am
you can't see
so
anything.
confused. This is not fun because you can't see anything. And from that perspective, obviously they are doing it because the cops can't see anything either and don't know where it's
Yeah.
coming from. But
True.
I like attending. I've only been to one drone show and it was fine. It was good.
Mhm.
But it doesn't quite have the like pizzazz of an in-person performance that a true fireworks display has. Like I can watch a drone show. It's a different viewing experience as a spectator, is what I will say, and so I think it just
Yeah.
depends on like what you're wanting. If I'm going to go attend and do something, I, I'd want the traditional. But I have seen some. I've watched videos of some very spectacular looking drones. The drone show, like the one in Boston. But
Yeah.
on the other hand, I'm like, well, then I could just watch that online. But I've tried to watch videos of fireworks displays, and they're just kind of boring. So
I mean, yeah, you don't get the it's not the same, right? Any
right,
video is not the same, right, as
yeah,
being there in thing, right?
yeah.
So I just
Yeah, where do
yeah.
you fall on this?
Yeah, so I have a couple different thoughts, right? Like number one, I feel like if to have a drone show is it's more restricting because you can only do it like you have to be in a certain area to see it,
Sure,
right? Like you can't
for it to
be
make sense, right?
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. For like us, we don't like you can so like let's just think about my community fireworks show, right? Like they launch them all from inside the park, right? And there's a big area in there, it's a big flat area in the park where like everybody goes, like if you go in the park, you go and sit there, right? So if they were going to have a drone show, you would have to be there to be able to see it,
sure.
right? But like where we go sit and a lot of other people go sit, like we sat down outside the park on the soccer fields,
Hmm.
and you can still see you can't see some of the ground show stuff, but like you can see all the big stuff and you can see the tops of the ground show things from down there because it's like on the other side of some trees, right? And then also like in our community, like people a lot of people don't go to the park. Like when we drive to the park like when we drove last night to the park, we left at about like the national anthem was supposed to be at like 9:15, and then the fireworks always start after the anthem, right?
Hmm.
They do like there's like bands and performances and stuff, and then there's like sing the national anthem, boom, fireworks, right? So like when you're driving, like in a bunch of the parking lots
Hmm.
at businesses and stuff along the highway, there are people set up like tailgating, right? They're they've they've parked in all these parking lots. They've brought their lawn chairs out. They're just hanging out along the roads because you can see the park from there. And so like they don't even have to go to the park to watch the fireworks show.
Yeah, because
So
it's
like
yeah.
it's like a big it's like for a long ways around. Like it doesn't you can go lots of places in the community and watch the fireworks. You don't have to be in the park, right? So I think for a drone show to work, everybody has to be in a centralized location, right?
Yes.
And so I think they're cool because like the drone show is cool because it's not like there's not like all the junk in the air and all that stuff, but like it does lack the like gravitas of like the giant firework, like the
Hmm.
spectacle of fireworks, right? So I mean, like ideally you would have both at like the same time, obviously, but like
Yes, I agree. That would actually be pretty cool. There was one show in Nixa that their drones would go up and form shapes, but then the whole thing they would make sure they spun it 360 degrees so
see,
that
now
it
that
was
would be
it's
cool.
like an
Yeah.
area display kind of thing.
Yeah. That would be cool. Like if they did that here in our park, that would be rad. Like if it did that where because you could see it for a long way away.
Yeah.
Right. So that would be cool, actually. Like you would have to do something like that so it couldn't just be like the one picture from the one point of view, right? Because the fireworks are like a 360-degree experience, whereas a lot of drone that's a very hard word to say all of a sudden, is like a one perspective situation. Potentially two, you can see it from the opposite side, I guess, but like from a third axis, you'd be like, "What is that?" It's just a squiggle. Like I don't know.
For sure. It's like this doesn't make sense, and I don't know what's happening. Yeah.
Yeah. So that would be cool if they'd like put it up like a static thing and then like spun it around so that like a broad area you could see it and then like shifted to something else and did it. That'd be kind of cool. That'd be neat. And then you could have both at the same time.
Yes.
But it does feel like for the 4th of July specifically.
Yeah.
Just the drone show, not enough. Right.
I agree.
That may be the most American sentence I've ever said in my life, but like
this okay, Brandon. So I was thinking about this last night. All of the people who are in the United States.
Oh yeah, all the Dutch are like, "Oh my goodness, what is happening?"
I meant to do this. I wanted to go find some live reacts to 4th of July celebrations, just so that people could be like, because secretly, what I'm hoping for is just everybody to be like, "Yeah, I get it. I totally understand now."
Yeah,
I know that's not going to be the case, but I just wanted to see.
I think there is going to be a large
contingent
number of that.
Like,
wait a minute, hold on.
I like where this is going.
Yes. Yep.
I
like the look of this all of a sudden. Like, okay.
I know, because it sounds like, oh, so what do you do to celebrate? You blow things up and light them on fire? Yeah, exactly, and it's awesome. So
yeah,
you should come watch it for a night.
But again, I think that description it's not as cool sounding, right?
No.
Sometimes it's even to music, right? That's even better.
Yes, we can coordinate this stuff. We can synchronize two things. It is possible.
Yeah.
So
so maybe there'll be some reactions online today. I have to look for some of that after this, just see if I can spy a couple here. There you go. That was the one question I wanted to ask you. Oh, I did witness something last night that I thought about you while it was happening. I was like, oh, Collin would be jealous of that, right? So I'm sitting on the soccer field, and like some people park just like on the road outside of the parking lots just to leave earlier, right? But this is like only truck boy parking, right? Because it's like a big ditch and then like a weird hill and then there's like a railroad track. So it's not like an accessible place to be, right? But people park over there. So last night I watched this. It was one of those Toyota FJ things, right? Okay. He went to park there, got about halfway down this embankment, decided, nah, I don't want to go here. And then reversed up, right? So he backed up this pretty steep embankment, but he went 4-wheel drive up this thing in reverse with the back right tire just sky high in the air, not touching the ground at all.
What? No.
Yes. And he just like went thunk and then got on the road and then drove off. And I was like, I was watching this happen, and my one thought was, oh, Collin would be so jealous of that right now. It was just like the most casual, best Toyota ad of all time.
Yes. You're like, I get it now, right? Like, okay.
Because he turned, right? So he was kind of off axis a little bit. He wasn't going straight down the embankment. So when he was going down, the back right tire was just like floating in the air. And he got there and he was just like, nah. And he just put it in reverse and then just walked it right back up on the road.
Crazy.
Using only 3 wheels.
Only 3 wheels. Now, I will.
And then it just thunked back down the road and he just drove off.
Go.
While all the traffic on both sides stopped for him to do this.
Just stopped in awe. of what was
Probably.
happening. Like, yes, all in a vehicle that hasn't been made in over a decade.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the Jeep that was already parked there, that had like totally scraped the bottom and made horrible noises getting over there, was probably looking and just like so jealous. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, oh no.
Exactly. That's exactly what has to happen. The people in the Jeeps are, and I can say this as an owner of both a Toyota product and a Jeep product. So,
Yeah. There you go.
it's perfectly acceptable for me to do and be in alignment here. So that's fantastic. That makes me very happy. We'll see if Megan will let me do that.
Yeah, I should have videoed it for you. I'm sorry. It's a little dark, but like.
Well, hey, you know what also was a little dark?
Yeah, exactly. We took a big turn all of a sudden here. Chapter 12, right? We have your boy Bonzo going to Bitburg, right? Here, obviously. Boom, joke. Haha. I read this chapter like many days ago, so this will be a bit everything. But like we have some we're still like practicing just going insane, right? Like Ender is like so done with all of this, right? And they, everybody is gunning for him now, like hardcore. Like, and we're kind of Ender's point of view here is like Ender is kind of not caring about the game at this point. Right. He's like, it's just a game, right? It's Ender's game. But everybody else is just thinking about the game. Right.
And winning, right?
And winning the game. Right. But Ender understands there's a lot more to this. And it's like really frustrating him because like he can't, like we saw a few chapters ago, like he can't really progress because he doesn't have any new information, right? Nothing new is happening, right? He's gotten to a point where like he is the game very fully, and so like he's just like whatever. And the only difficult bit is the schedule that they just keep smashing him with, right? They keep changing the rules and they're doing this and they're blah blah blah, like all this stuff, like so he's very annoyed by this. And we know that some of the older boys are they're upset that Ender just keeps winning because they're only thinking about the game, right? So now he is even more of a target than before. Right? So much so that our boy Dink here reaches out to him and just says, like, he sends him a note. He's like, hey, don't be alone ever, because they're gunning for you, right?
Well, and before this, there is a part that I really hope comes back to play off of later.
We don't have much time, so I don't know if that's true. We're almost out of book.
Almost out, but like there's this whole thing with Bean and like the tether thing that he's using to like grapple around, and he's using the rope that he's tying himself to. I'm like, I hope that we went into a lot of time to get describing how this would work and how it was operating, and surely this will come back to help. And I guess it kind of does.
It kind of does at the end, right? Like,
but at the same time, not really. I don't know.
I mean, it does, like, in a minute, it does, right? Like, it, like, in a little bit.
Oh, during the battle? Yeah.
During the battle. During the, like, super pitched battle, right? It does, right? So, like...
Yeah. Anyway, I was like, I don't know.
But I agree with you that there was way too much effort put into the buildup of that, and the payoff was just, like, meh.
And they're tied together. Right? You're like,
yeah, like the payoff was not like there was so much buildup, and then they just like won again, and you're like, what? So they they beat the Badger army again after this like crazy thing, right? And this is a part where he's like, oh yeah. So he's like, they're like, okay, go eat and blah blah blah, and he like goes to the shower, right? And he goes like everybody else goes to eat. He makes everybody else go eat and do stuff, and then
Well,
he decides to not go eat.
because
And
he's got this assurance. He keeps thinking he rationalizes this of like, they'll push me as hard as they can in the game, but outside the game, they'll keep me safe, right? He's thinking like everyone, they're still watching my back. They're still going to keep me safe. They're not going to let anything bad happen to me outside the game because I'm too important for this. So, and not like in a braggy way, but like he knows like, oh yeah, it's a game and they got to push me hard. But
well, they keep telling him that he's like the most important thing ever. So like he's like, surely they wouldn't let anything actually happen to me, right?
yeah,
Like surely they wouldn't let anybody like actually hurt me, right?
yes. And so with
Mm,
that, you're right.
turns
He's
out.
like, he's tired and he's decides to go shower and be by himself. And that was a bad choice.
Oh yeah. So he goes in there and we have a very classic like movie. This is like a very classic like movie scene, right? This is from like every prison movie ever. Right. In the shower, like alone, and then like Bonzo and his gang come in here, right? And there is like murder in Bonzo's eyes, basically, right? Like he knows like just by looking at him, like he's looking at all the other people and they're just like there to be like tough, right?
Uh-huh.
But when he looks at Bonzo, he's like, oh dear, okay, he
Yeah.
means it, right? Okay, fine.
Gotcha.
And he starts thinking about, you know, what is he gonna do? And again, we see this thing again. He's like, I have to win for good, right? Like I can't, like we can't draw this out. Like I have to put him down. I have to like hurt him so that he stops this because I can't keep doing this all the time, right? And so he like purposely doesn't wash all the soap off of himself, which is kind of funny,
Mm-hmm.
right?
It's the brain.
And he like turns the water up really hot. Um, and Bonzo's even like, I'm not scared of a little hot water, ha ha, loser. But like, it's to make it harder to see and more like humid, so that his skin is more slippy because he still has the soap on it.
Yeah. And
Right.
he's taunting Bonzo, making him feel insecure about how his dad is going to feel about this. I guess is a way like a.
Oh yeah, he is like, man, your dad's gonna be so proud of you for beating up a little kid in the shower all by yourself.
Yeah.
That's gonna be so cool.
So cool. Great. And he's not. I don't think he's. I think he's two things trying to get him to like
Be like
second
overconfident and be
overconfident
mad,
in this and act more rashly and
right? Yeah,
blindly in this, and he's using that to his advantage in this situation.
yeah. And then like uh Dink comes in here because he realized he was not at the mess, right? And he's been looking for him. And he's like there with all these other dudes. And then there's like this like fight sequence, which is described in such a way that I couldn't quite follow exactly what's happening.
Same.
Right? Like some of the things he was talking about, the way that he wrote this, I'm like, huh? Like I don't like what does that mean?
I know. And I gotta be honest, I didn't go back and try and read it a second time. I just read it once and was like, no, I don't get that.
That's good enough, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it's just mostly the end part where he like flies off the. He says Ender spun in the air and landed on his toes and hands. Right, like I'm like, what a weird way to.
On his toes and hands. Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
and
You could
then
just he landed crouching on his hands and whatever. I don't know.
yeah, and then he like, yeah, he also like kicked him in the chest. I don't really know, and then he ended up like kicking him in the groin, right, like super mega hard.
As his
And
finishing.
then, or he hit him in the face too, because he's bleeding all over the place. And so they, like, he like just puts him down, right? And then Dink like grabs him and you know hurries him out of there with the stunned people, and but everybody's the medical staff is coming now, like everybody's stuff there, and right, uh,
And this is where he realizes, like, oh,
like yeah, I know,
the
I got
yeah, well, and this is also where he realizes that like the teachers actually weren't coming, like the adults weren't coming for this, and
yeah,
so he's going, okay, no, I am alone in this. They would have let this
mhm.
happen, would they?
Yeah. So like he's just it's like so done, right? He's like and he's like I didn't want to hurt.
Hello, I'm back.
All right. Hi. Um so anyway, he's got 40 minutes to get ready for this. He goes down there and
Yeah,
they're like, "Hey, is there going to be practice?" And he's like, you're not going to believe this."
but we have to
But
do, and this is after he has the weird like where he kind of fell asleep crying, right, and then he
yeah.
goes to bed and then wake. Like it's just right now he's kind of in this fever dream.
Yeah, because he's already had one battle in the morning,
Yeah.
right? He had a real life fight in the shower, right? I don't think he's eaten today.
No, I don't think he has either.
and then and then he has another battle against two armies at once. A never before seen
Yeah.
thing here. And so, they go back and they get ready and they're just like, all right, I guess let's go. And now you do get some Bean payoff, right?
Yeah.
Because he says, "Hey, Bean, go tell me what's on the other side of these stars in the battlefield." And so Bean does that. They tie him with the rope, and he like slingshots himself around with his ability to go like mega fast and change direction. So he like does a quick little scouting thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like, and so he kind of tells him what's up over there. He was like, "It's really dim. Um, they're sitting there waiting, right? They're just waiting and for the ambush, right? They're just like over there behind the stuff, like entrenched basically,
Yes.
and doing that." So Ender's like, "Hey, well, uh I have no ideas, so we're gonna do a formation. We're gonna give them the one thing they don't expect because
Yeah.
Ender's group never does formations."
Yep.
And he's like, "We're gonna do this formation," and he was like, "The group is like, wait, can we do that right now?" He's like, "Yeah, it's fine."
Yeah. We need to practice these anyway, so we'll be
Yeah,
okay.
so might as well. uh, it was really weird. They do like a. Is this the one where they like tie themselves together? It's like a cylinder situation here, right? And like they do this like really bizarre thing. Um, and they're grouped around together in like a cylinder. Yeah, yeah. And they're but they're tied off with the tether that nobody can see because the cylinder does this weird thing and then it like switches and goes a different direction like mega fast. And the other armies are very confused.
Mm-hmm.
um and while they're being distracted by this big formation, right, there were six of these people, right, down near the door. And he was like, oh, okay, well, they're coming around behind me. So I guess we'll just turn around and shoot them. And while he's in the middle of thinking about this, the game stops because they just snuck around and pushed the buttons on the door and left.
Yeah. They were done. Yeah, there are no more. Yeah.
Which, you know, I mean, whatever. Like, it, and the reaction to this is, I think, very appropriate from Ender because the major guy comes out and he's like, "What are you doing?" And Ender just goes, "I beat you, sir."
Yeah.
And he was like, "You weren't going against me, Ender. You were going against Griffin and Tiger." And Ender just goes, "How stupid do you actually think I am, sir? Like, come
Yes.
on. I know it's against you. I know you're doing this."
Yep.
And he was like, you can't do that. That's against the rules, blah blah blah." And there's like, whatever, I don't care.
I don't want to
There are
play.
the rules anyway. So
Yeah.
like, don't be mad. Like,
Which is a good point that it's there's all these structured, all these hard rules that you're expected to follow and always do, but they always are changing. And so it's like, well, I'll just start changing the rules then for myself, which is part of a discussion that comes up later between Bean and Ender of just like, well, just choose
yeah,
different rules, just do something different. And Ender at this point is very we've already said it, like he's done playing with this, and this was a scene that I almost wish didn't happen. I almost wish that he would have refused to play, and that would have been the winning move here. Again, like whatever, how meta that could be, but
oh yeah,
he
like he didn't even go in.
he
Yeah.
did if he would just refused to turn and go home and not engage in the battle. But I kind of thought that I don't know. This is me and my perspective here, but that almost would have been a better like move in this as far as like the story arc of where Ender is, because later he would get where he's just like tired and grumpy on a lake, and I'm like, what? Wait a minute, how did this? What?
Yeah, I mean, he kind of did that right by ending the game this way by like
Sure, yeah, by
he
not
did kind of
engaging in
refuse to
battle.
play. Like
Yeah,
he's like, no, I'm not going to worry about like actually freezing everybody like they normally do. Right. He's like, we're just going to go straight for the gate and open it.
yeah,
Like, whatever. So he kind of is. It's not as impactful. You're right, because he still does have to do all this other stuff. you know, you're so I do agree with you that it could be done in a way that makes it make like more impactful for his character stance of like, I'm refusing to play.
yeah.
Right. I don't want to do this anymore because I don't care. Right. It's pointless. So yeah, we get a little bit of that, but like not much. Right.
Right.
So, and then we do have this conversation with Bean just a little bit later, and he's talking about stuff, and he shows him that he has been transferred. Right. Actually, everybody's been
Everyone has been transferred.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so like every toon leader and every assistant has been transferred. And Ender's like, of course. They decided to wreck my army. They'll cut it to the ground. Whatever they're doing, they're thorough. And Tom's like, you'll still win, right? It'll be fine. And you know, he does, this is where he's talking about, I don't care about the game anymore, blah 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 blah. And then Colonel Graff comes back in and is like, hey, actually, you're being transferred too. Right. Just kidding. So yeah, you're graduating, like actually. Even though he's like talking about how you're insubordinate and blah blah, and Andrew's like, I don't care. He is being taken to command school, right?
Not pre-command.
No, yeah, like command, like, because yeah, Bean's like, wait, what are you going? Tactical navigational support? And he goes, command. And he's like, pre-command? He's like, no, command.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, yeah. We forgot. But before this, there's this point of when he's talking about the interaction with they're talking about what happened to Bonzo and him not wanting to play the game. Did you catch the little detail in here that comes back to well, spoiler alert this, but
they said like, they sent him home.
No, he didn't say send him home. They said They just sent him. All they said is it just said Cartagena, Spain. That's his home, right? They sent him home, right? And you're like,
oh
well,
yeah.
why would they like? That's weird that they would send him home.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, sorry, I was I'm like, later we feel like we realize what that means.
Well, I mean, foreshadowing for 2 pages from now, right? Whenever they're talking about it, he says he had it coming. Bean is like, he deserved it. Andrew says, I knocked him out standing up. It was like he was dead standing there, and I kept hurting him.
And I kept hurt. Yeah. Again, we're building to a little bit of this.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just had to touch back on that because there's like
that's true for the next page here.
Yeah, this page, and then like later, about towards the end of the chapter,
what the heck?
We're like, oh my gosh. Yeah. So we'll get there, but yes, he's. Graf is saying you are, and Anderson's there too, right? For some reason, they're like,
because Graf is being relieved of his thing, but we find out later that that's just for a different reason. So it seems like in the next chapter we understand why that is, but like Graf is like getting taken out of his spot to go there. And yeah, they're all there. Anderson's here. Everybody's there. We have to say kind of goodbye to everybody. He doesn't get a chance to say goodbye to anybody except for Bean, because Bean just happened to be there talking to him about stuff, right? So he goes and he gets taken away in the shuttle. And they are going back
home,
Earth first.
Yes,
right. And the excuse is because, well, I mean, it's not an excuse. We find out later too. But he's like, we can't go directly from here to there, which does seem like a bit of an oversight, if you ask me. Right. The excuse is the battle school has no facilities for docking long range ships.
Yeah.
Again, this feels wrong. They have to take some sort of like tugboat
later
thing. It's like a smaller craft from another base, whatever, I don't know. So like they have to go back to Earth, and it's weird. Like Ender feels really weird about being on Earth because it's like hot and there's actual sun and the floors don't curve. Right, he's so used to the battle school, the curving floor, because it's rotating for the gravity effect thing. He's like, all the floors curve up, which is like what he talks about. He talks about that a lot in the next chapter. That just detail comes up a whole bunch, which is very strange. Like the upward curve of the floors, and he just seems all like he's like disoriented, right?
And what is he says that he scuffs his feet. He hates it. He wanted to go back home, back to the battle school, the only place in the universe where he belonged.
Yeah, even though he hates it there also. Right. So really, he doesn't feel like he belongs anywhere. Yeah. Right. He just doesn't do that. Right. And then we do have a, for the first time, question mark, a little side ending thing. Like these little, all the chapters begin with like a, like an aside from like the commanders or some other people talking that are not named Ender. This one actually ends with it, right? And so we have this thing, and they're talking about Graf and his orders, and then we find out that there was one more person in the shuttle.
The fourth person in a bag. And you're going...
In the bag.
What?
Because it turns out that Bonzo died.
He died.
Right? Like, Ender killed him. And they don't tell him that.
Nope.
Right? Because, I mean... I can see why not, because Ender is already not doing well, like emotionally. And so if he knew that, that would be pretty bad, right?
Made even worse by the fact that it is not the first time.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Apparently, the Dilson kid from like ages ago also died. What? He just broke his arm. What is that?
Yeah.
Like what? So Ender apparently now has killed 2 people. But he doesn't know about any of that. So that's weird, right? Like
Nope.
so yeah, I don't know.
I don't feel good about any of that.
Yeah. So that's weird. Yeah. So there you go. Turns out he was his methodology is more effective than he thought.
Well,
Right? Like,
and that's what they like, because they like the fact that he finishes to like the very bitter end, right? He's like, he makes sure that they never return and they never can come back and can never do anything, and that's why he's going to be a good helper for the bugger problem.
Yeah.
Like,
there we go.
Not about that.
So then we have chapter 13, right? We're back with Valentine here. Although at the beginning of this chapter, with the little side conversation that we don't ever know who's actually talking, the government does know that what her and Peter are up to. They figured out that these 2 online people are the Wiggins kids, right? The Locke and the I say this word like a Greek name, so I don't know if it's Demosthenes or Demosthenes, whatever. I don't know how it's supposed to be said, but it looks Greek to me, so that's how I'm saying it.
It's all Greek to me. Ha!
That's what we're going with. And so they discovered they know who it is for real. And they're just concerned about like, is somebody controlling them? Is somebody telling them to say this? And they're like, actually, we don't think so.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, how are they so right about things? And they're like, well, they are Wiggins. So and the guy's like, okay, gotcha.
It's to be expected.
Makes sense.
Yep.
And so they just decided that for right now, they're just going to let him keep doing the thing.
Just going to watch, right?
They're just going to watch and see what happens, because that's what they do with everything. They're just going to watch and see what happens. Because like so far, they're like, there's not really that bad yet, so we're just going to let them be. Boom. That's that's what we've got here. Then when we cut to Valentine, we've discovered that the Peter is kind of mad because everybody likes her character better. And she's like, what do you mean? She's like, you don't make any sense because you told me to do this.
Yeah.
I'm just doing what you told me to do. Like, how are you mad at that? Like, everybody likes the things my person is saying. Like, yeah.
Yep.
Well, it wasn't supposed to work this way. Locke was supposed to be the respected one.
Right? And she's like, yeah, but like, respect like takes a long time, and it can be it's going to be earned differently, and respect doesn't always just mean it's the flashiest, but still there's this resentment that he's not getting the recognition of brilliance or leadership that he was expecting.
Yeah, because this whole plan was his idea anyway.
Even though they both interact on all of the messages, he takes that away for a little bit, but like they're reading all the correspondence together, and there's still all this stuff too, like that they're still interacting, but he feels a little like he's not getting his just desserts or whatever.
Yeah. He does like not talk to her for a little bit, right? And he thinks like, well, maybe if I don't tell her what to write, her writing will be bad and no one will like it. But like, it doesn't matter because she's been doing it for so long that she's like, she just knows what this person would write.
Yes.
Which also she doesn't really like that about herself too, because she's having trouble determining where is the character and where is me.
Yes.
Right. In some instances. right? She actually even accidentally like almost messed it up at school because she like responds to something.
That's so good. Yeah.
The teachers like make them write a thing about it, and she responds to it like really well. And the teacher's like, "Wow, that's really good." She's like, dang it.
Dang it. No, darn. Because she knew it was going to be picked up, right? And knew that it was going to, someone else was going to find it. Yep.
So she's dealing with this, and she's leaving school, and who's outside but dun dun dun, it's Colonel Graff. And she's like, she just looks at him and goes, "I'm not writing another letter."
Yep. He's like, "You don't like medals?"
She's like, "No." And he's like, "I need you to ride with me." She goes, "I don't ride with strangers." But he hands her a release form that's been signed by her parents, and she's like, "Crap, where are we going?"
Dang it. Yeah.
And he says, "We're going to Greensboro to see a young soldier on leave." And she's very confused by this. Yeah. And she's like, "Wait, I thought Ender's should only be like 10, and you said that he wouldn't be able to leave till he was 16. He's like, "Well, he's skipped a bit." And we get here that like Ender doesn't, she's like, "Why just me? Why not the whole family?" And he's like, "Well, because Ender doesn't really care about them." Right? He definitely doesn't want to see Peter. He was very indifferent about the parents, right? He just, whatever. So yes, now they go to this lake, this little lake here, and apparently Ender's been here for, was it like 2 months?
Yes.
And he just like doesn't, because he is all the way to like, "I don't care. I don't want to do this anymore. There's no point," right? He's in full morose mode. The only joy that he has done for himself is he has built himself a raft.
He has.
Which he seems very proud of because he actually did a thing.
Yes, of questionable like raft worthiness, but it keeps it afloat.
Yeah, it mostly floats.
Also, Valentine has this shift where previously she felt like she didn't like the letter aspect, but felt like she was forced to do it. Mm-hmm. There is an aspect now where she gets why Ender is important. Like she does. Like she said that she had grown and she knows more things than she did before, and that she couldn't, and that it's she. Where was that? Where was that phrase? Paying attention. Mother's father. Oh gosh, where did this come from? Where basically it said that she was needing. She realized that why Ender was so important in this, and that she was going to do this because the world needed it. Basically, she's kind of on board with Graff at this point, and knowingly is going to go into some of this.
Yeah, she still doesn't love it, right? But like, she does kind of get it, right? There is another funny thing where he just tells her, right? She was like, "Why should I do this?" And he's like, "Because I know who Demosthenes is." And she's like,
"Oh yeah, I love that." Yep.
Oh, okay.
Right. Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. So there's some minor blackmail. Okay.
Oh yeah, there is a bit of blackmail, right? So he's like, "But they can trust our discretion. Just as I can assume that they won't tell Locke what's going on here today. Mutual trust. Don't you see?" And she's like, "Okay."
Yes. Anyway.
And there is an interesting part here where she goes, she can't tell if it was Demosthenes that they approved of or Valentine Wiggin, right? She's like, if it was the former, she would not trust him. If the latter, perhaps she could, right? So like, if they agree with her character, they're not to be trusted. But if they agree with her, then maybe they can't be trusted.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. She did not stop to wonder whether she herself knew the difference anymore.
Exactly. Yeah. So anyway, so she's out there on the boat with him, and they're having kind of a tit for tat conversation about this, and Ender's now this like cold, hardened, gruff 10-year-old or whatever he is now.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't even know what beauty is anymore.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I
Oh,
don't know.
Lord.
Sure, all the way, bud. And they're trying to have this. Oh, she's really thrown off by the fact that this wasp lands next to her, and Ender kills it with one finger. And this to her is like the sign that maybe Ender really is a killer, and that he's grown up a lot because he killed a wasp.
Yeah, because he said they sting you without waiting to be insulted first.
Yeah.
Right. He's like, I've been learning about preemptive strategies. I'm very good.
Very good. Okay.
It's like, okay.
Sure. But then we start to veer into good old Peter here, right? Where she's like, she tries to bring up. Well, she tells him what she and Peter have been up to.
Yeah.
And how Peter basically wants to be the next Alexander, and why can't there be both? And she comes up with this weird like, we're two sides of the same coin, and I'm the metal in between. And I don't. Like, okay, so how far are we going to take that analogy as we move forward in this? Is Ender going to be like victorious in space, and Peter is victorious on Earth, and Valentine is the bond that brings them back together as they reunite after the terrifying fallout of both places?
I don't really know. Right now, all we get is, well, when one side of a coin is down, the other side is up. Right. That's about as far as we take this.
Yes. Yeah, we got
so
there.
far.
It's great.
Yeah, and basically he just like kind of is like, he explains to her that the reason that he's frustrated is that he doesn't know anything about the enemy. Right? He hasn't learned anything. Like, he's learned about people.
Yes.
Right? But he's not going to be fighting. They don't want him to fight people. So he doesn't, like, he's like, one of the reasons he's frustrated partially is because he's like scared that he doesn't actually know anything about the buggers, right? So like he doesn't know anything about them, and he can't beat them if he doesn't know anything about them,
because he can't read them. He can't get to know like their motivations, that kind of stuff, because he uses that to his advantage in every interaction that he's had, every encounter that he's had with somebody else.
Yes. Like he's like I'm very good at understanding how other people think.
Yeah.
Right. Which apparently is a family trait, because that's kind of what her and Peter are doing.
Yeah.
Also, right, in a different way.
And she's a little thrown off because she's like, "Oh gosh, does he really know me? Like, does he know me now and how I am?"
She's kind of like uncomfortable by that.
Like,
oh, okay. And he doesn't like, that she seems slightly afraid of him. Like, it makes him feel bad, because he's like, but I love you still, and all this. So this is a very strange thing. She tells me about the stuff that they've learned, and everything about like the Russians and all this weird stuff. I don't know. So is this the part? Wait. Oh yeah. And again, he's still going on and on about all this stuff. Basically, like, they want, the other thing this year is the weird dichotomy between him and Peter is like, Peter actually wants to be famous and Ender wants to be left alone.
Yeah.
And like, she's trying to talk about like, well, what about, you could know, everybody will know you, like this Mazer Rackham person. And he's like, yeah, but it turns out, like, from what he's talking about, like, he just sort of like accidentally won.
Yeah. He was,
and so like, he doesn't want to be like that guy.
Yeah. He wants to have a plan and go in and do all this stuff because he's feeling the pressure of that people are putting on to be like this great tactician. And from everything that Ender can know and see, that guy just stumbled into it on accident. And Ender's like, what? No, that's not good. If you're like, I can't just try and be at the right place at the right time and have things go exactly my way when it doesn't even appear that he had a plan this whole time to win that battle. And so he's really feeling that pressure of be the next this guy. And Ender's looking at this guy going, but this wasn't what? No, I can't do that.
And he confesses his actual fear here to her. He says, I don't think I can beat them.
Yeah.
He says, I don't think I can beat the buggers. Right. And she's like, she just looks at him. And again, we don't know if this is the character or if it's actually Valentine, but she says, listen, if you can't beat them, then they deserve to win.
Yeah.
Because if you can't beat them, nobody can beat them.
Mm-hmm.
And he's kind of like,
rats.
Okay.
What I was expecting.
And right. He's like, I don't want to be a killer. And she goes, what else should you be? Humans didn't evolve brains in order to lie around on lakes.
Right.
Well, okay. It's a good thing we did, or we'd be dead, and tigers would rule the earth.
Yeah.
Right. And then he says, I could never beat Peter. No matter what I said or did, I never could. Right. And she says, well, he was older and stronger than you. And he says, so are the buggers. And she's like, okay, I get where you're coming from here, kind of.
Yep.
Yeah. And then she does say, well, listen, if you beat the buggers and then come home and see who notices Peter. Right. That'll be defeat in his eyes, Ender. That's how you beat Peter. Right. And he says, I don't want to beat him. Right. And she says, what do you want? He's like, I want him to love me. Well, I don't know about that.
Don't know. That's gonna happen.
I don't know if that's gonna happen. But she says, just so you know, just so you remember, I do love you, Ender.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I don't know if that helps, but she leaves.
Well, and then we get this weird, this was it. She, this was the conversation that they needed to have because she realizes that, right, he didn't answer. She doubted that he believed her. She walked back up the hill, savagely angry at them for making her come to Ender like this, for she had, after all, done just what they had wanted. She had talked Ender into going back into his training. And at this point, you're like, have you? Have you really? I mean, know.
Yeah,
but you have, they know. And she wouldn't, and he wouldn't soon forgive her for that. So she realizes that she is jeopardizing her relationship with Ender for something that she deems as important, but that she hates having to do in the first place.
Yeah.
And we also get this later down the line where he talks about why his fighting is worth it and why this is important for him to do, where I don't know why this is. Maybe there's some context that I have missed, but there's a part later where he says something like he'd fight for that kind of love that even though that Valentine loved Peter more than him, he would still fight for that. And I'm going, what? Where do you get that idea? Right? Right? Where would you do that?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. Yeah. So I also don't really know. I'm just sort of confused about where this could possibly be headed because we have 2 chapters left.
Yeah.
In this book.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Because can we just jump to this? Brandon, what do we learn? Because there's some stuff in the middle about here where he's like, "Oh, I'm going to commander school and I have to go do all this stuff."
But he's not really. he's not really going to commander school. He's
No,
going
he's
to the command center,
the command center.
the super secret command center.
And Brandon, why is he doing that? What could possibly have a reason for all of this urgency?
Yeah. So the turns out that the plan all along has not been to wait for a next bugger invasion, right? It is the preemptive strike.
We are the invasion.
Yes, right. The next bug. Yes, they are going. They've been traveling to the bugger's homeworld for the past however many years, right?
70 years.
Yeah, ish, right?
Ish, yeah.
And they've staggered, right? So they've plotted all of the like homeworlds and outposts, right?
Yeah.
And they've been sending starships, invasion starships at intervals to where they will arrive at roughly the same time.
Yeah,
right.
Because...
So like this one's been going for like 60 years, but then this one's going somewhere closer, so it's been going for like 10 years, right? Like this is the plan. Just like a massive shock invasion, right? A blitzkrieg, if you will.
And careful there, buddy. And why are they able to do this, Brandon? Why could they have sent everybody out at the same time? It's because they realize that the buggers can communicate instantaneously, so they figured out a way to do it themselves. So
So this is the revelation, because he asks Graf in this little shuttle thing when they're on the way to like the super secret base that people don't actually think exists anymore,
because they thought it was destroyed in the buggers last night.
Yeah. And so yes, he says like he was like, what do we? He's like, I need to know about them. He's like, tell me everything you know about them.
Yeah.
And so he's like, actually, we don't know a lot. Turns out, like, you know, he tells him about some anatomy and stuff, blah blah blah. He's like, but the big revelation is they don't have like a radio, right? And so like we don't know how to communicate with them.
Yeah.
Like we can't talk to them because they seem to just instantly communicate to each other, right? Like some sort of like hive mind gestalt situation, right? They don't need radios. He's like, they don't talk. He's like, their ships don't have communication devices in them at all. So like when we were trying to communicate with them before this started, like it was pretty useless. You know, they may have been trying to communicate with us and we had no idea what was going on. So obviously they just killed each other.
Yeah,
clearly the only solution.
Well, this is what Ender asks, like, how do we know they wanted to hurt us? And Graf is like, well, they hit first. And it's like, this is what Ender is really struggling with, because now he's way out of his element, being like, but I don't, you're wanting me to attack somebody that we don't even know wants to attack us. Like this is the whole Ender struggle this entire time. Now he's being faced up with, what's the intent of this person who's facing me?
Yeah. And like he, like in the games, right, he just knows that the other team is trying to win, so he's got to win first, right? That's really the only motivation. With the couple times he's gotten into real fights, right, it's been like, I have to react a certain way because I know with beyond a shadow of a doubt that this other person means me bodily harm, right?
Yes,
Bonzo was going to kill him, right? That was Bonzo's goal. So the fact that he got killed instead, kind of like, well, you know, that was he was planning to kill Ender, right? That's what he wanted. So yeah, with the buggers, like Ender has been kind of distressed by their existence for a long time because he doesn't understand what they're even after. Like, why are they here? Like, what do they want? Like, who are they? What is their motivation? What's going on? And when Graf's like, well, we have no idea. Ender's like, bro, what the heck?
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. So they have sort of created some sort of like artificial faster than light communication device so that they can the people army here can coordinate this like massive assault at the same time, right?
Yep.
That's kind of their, and so they're like, well, now that we can do this, um we're gonna do that instead, right? And
Well,
to Ender, this makes sense too, like from what he watched about them, like the
yeah.
videos of like how they reacted to certain things and how they seemed to move, in the formation stuff. He's like, it was very weird, but like
Yeah.
the fact that they could just like instantly communicate almost like telepathically, almost kind of is kind of the vibe. Like,
Yep.
that's how they were able to do all these things.
But the whole strategy of great, we'll just start sending out armies. It's going to take a little bit, and then we'll work on having a commander to tell us what to do when we get there. Congratulations, Ender. You will have the microphone. They'll be there in 5 years.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, what?
Yeah.
And yeah, he said, me, thought Ender, they want me to be ready in 5 years. Colonel Graff, there isn't a chance I'll be ready to command the fleet in time. And Graff shrugged. So, do your best. If you aren't ready, we'll make do with what we've got. That eased Ender's mind, but only for a moment.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, of course, Ender, what we've got right now is nobody.
Nobody. Oh. Oh, man.
But he's like, he knew this would be one of Graff's little games. He's like, but game or not, it might also be true.
It might also be true. Yep. Yep.
Dang.
Yep. So then they dock, and we also get the really funny thing where the ship's captain didn't know that he was going to this like super secret base that nobody should know about, and so he can't go back home. He's stuck there now. So
that was really pretty jerk move right there, right? Like
really angry. But here's where, as they're like trying to get their last bit of sleep, Ender asks, why are we fighting the buggers? And Graff says, I've heard all kinds of reasons. Because they're an overcrowded system, they've got to colonize, because they can't stand the thought of other intelligent life, because they don't think we're intelligent, because they have some weird religion, because they've watched our old video broadcasts and said we're hopelessly violent, all kinds. And he says, what do you believe? And I thought Graff's answer to this was a little interesting, because he goes, it doesn't matter what I believe. I want to know anyway. And then he says, they must talk to each other directly, mind to mind. What one thinks, another can also think. What one remembers, another can also remember. Like, basically, he comes down to this, and Ender goes, he says, they don't have a language at all. We used every means we could think of to communicate with them. And maybe they've been trying to think to us, and we can't understand. And so Ender goes, so the whole war is because we can't talk to each other?
Yeah.
And
that's what he says. It's like, the whole war is because we can't talk to each other.
What? and Graff, who again, how manipulative, honest or not he's being, he says if the other fellow can't tell you his story, you can never be sure he isn't trying to kill you. Also, going from our side to their side and their side to our side, nobody knows because nobody's talking. Hey, let's look at what's happening back on Earth between the Russians and the rest of the hegemony and everything that's going on there. Like, it's just like nobody's talking, so nobody knows what's going on. The lack of communication is the whole reason this war started.
Yes.
Yeah. And then Ender says, I'm in favor of surviving. I know, said Graff. That's why you're here. End of chapter 13.
Yeah.
Oh, so yeah, I don't know what on earth is going to happen in the next two chapters. I feel like we either have to big time jump, or like there has to be just one massive, complete, and utter fallout. I hope it doesn't end in like a yada 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 of like 15 years later. Here's a retrospective on what happened and why Peter's famous.
Gosh, it better not end like that. Dead. I will throw this outside. Holy.
So, I don't know.
I didn't sit through ages and ages and ages of stupid battle training chapters, like,
right?
For Anyway, here's what happened while you were gone. Like,
Yeah.
bro, like Ender is now 35, telling somebody about what happened before. Like, no,
Yes, it's exactly what's going to happen.
Burn.
It's going to be great. Oh my gosh.
Yuck.
So this next 2 chapters better be a riot. I tell you what, I don't know.
Well, it's gonna be something. One of them is the next chapter. I'm imagining everything is going to happen in chapter 14 because just like flicking through this, it's like super long.
Yeah,
like it's very long.
It's
chapter.
double on my e-reader. It's double the length of pages.
Yeah.
That.
So like, yeah, it's in the book here. It's what? Yeah, it's 40 pages.
Yeah.
30 some pages. Yeah. So like, yeah. So I'm imagining this is going to be the big thing, and then 15 will be sort of the rest.
Right,
here.
The wrap up. He's on a lake.
Yeah. He probably will be. He wants to go back to the lake real bad. So.
Yep.
So we'll see. I don't know.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
We will have a conclusion at some point.
What that is, I don't know. Oh, well, I have a conclusion for us.
Let's go.
I have a haiku.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Red, white, blue blossoms. Our faces glow in silence. Night wraps us in light.
Oh, nice. Excellent.
Yes.
Excellent.
Yeah. Noah's closing remark for the night last night was, "I'm ready to do this again next year and every year."
There you go.
Okay. So we'll do that again. We'll also be here again to see how Ender's Games resolved.
Yeah.
Or does it?
Or does it?
Yes. I think
I am slightly worried about that. Like after the revelation that we had that this is right. There's more of these books.
This was the intro to book 2.
Yeah. Like, is this all just prologue to book 2, or does this book have an actual conclusion?
Yes.
This is what worries me.
And with that, that worry and bombshell, we eagerly await our next 2 chapters. Yeah, I do.
We await them.
We await.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Well, we will do this again next time.
All right.
Love you.
Love you too.
Bye.
Bye.